Hi everybody, this is Air Pirate E with Sadistic Cosplay, also known as A Very AU Life on Tumblr. Today I'm going to be doing a realistic makeup tutorial for Levi from Attack on Titan. I know there have been a million people already do this tutorial, but this is my spin on it. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some pore eraser. This is Maybelline Baby Skin. The next thing I'm going to be doing is applying some primer. This is Smashbox. It's Photo Finish Foundation Primer. I'm going to start doing some concealing work. This I am using Physician Formula, and I'm going to be using the yellow. This is an eye roller, so it's got a metal ball here that's nice and cool. It's just going to help minimize the appearance of my dark circles that I have naturally. And I'm just going to be applying this in a triangular shape. This is going to brighten up my eyes. And now I'm just going to be applying a little bit of green concealer from Physician's Formula again. Probably cannot see that at all. And the reason I'm choosing these colors is yellow is the opposite of purple on the color wheel, so it's going to cancel out that nasty purple that some people have under their eyes like I do. And then the green, being the opposite of red, is going to cancel out a little bit of this natural red that I have, since Levi has some pretty pale skin. And this also works if you need to conceal any kind of bumps. Now that I have my concealer on, what I'm going to do is I picked up a beauty blender from Sephora. And I'm starting to look really, really strange right now. But I promise in a minute it's going to actually start looking normal. Now that I have my concealer on, I'm going to be moving on to my foundation. I use a liquid foundation from Sephora. Now that I have applied my foundation, I'm just going to apply a little bit of powder. I'm using Maybelline mineral powder, and I am using a blush brush from EcoTools to apply the foundation. So now that I'm done with that, I get to start working on the fun part. I do a lot of contouring with my Levi makeup. Instead of going for harsh lines, then I like to contour my face to look more similar to his, give it a little bit more depth and a more interesting look. Levi has a kind of unique face. He has kind of very deep set, hooded eyes, and he has those dark circles. I am using a Smashbox eyeshadow trio to do my contouring. This actually works really nicely. They're a little small, so I'm having to use an eyeshadow brush from Eco Tools again to do this. And how I like to start is right here around the bridge of my nose, and then I actually just go up to right below where I'm going to draw the eyebrows on for him. And this is just creating a little bit more depth without adding a lot of harsh lines. And then to give myself a smaller, more anime-esque nose, I'm actually going down the bridge of my nose and just shading that to create that illusion of having a teeny tiny nose. And right now I'm just using this lighter brown color to start off with, and then what I'm going to do is, to make my face look a little bit slimmer like Levi's, then I actually do some contouring from the edge of my ear here down to my chin. So what I like to do at this point, start from about here in the corner of my eye and just go up a little, and this is just connecting to that brow mark that I made earlier, using contouring to give myself the illusion of having hooded, deeper set, more masculine, smaller eyes, because Levi has some very small eyes. And I'm actually going to take this and go at the very edge of my eyelid as well to create a more closed up eye. And I bring this out a little bit where my eyelashes end and turn up, just to elongate my eyes. And here is the real trick. Going underneath, right at the edge of your watermark here, adding a little bit of a shadow. And this again is making your eyes look a little more narrow like his are. And what you're going to be doing is actually pulling that color down just a little bit and creating a fake dark circle. You can already see a huge difference. You have this side of my face and the side that I have not yet shadowed yet. I've gotten a little bit of this darker brown color. This is a little bit deceptive. It's pretty dark, so you do not need to use much of this. And I'm also going to be taking this out a little, almost like creating a wingtip with contouring So my face is already really pale, so my highlighter is basically the white shade of this eyeshadow trio by Smashbox. And what you want to do is just create a very small line right down the center of your nose, and then you can actually even bring this up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to again take my beauty blender, and I'm just going to blend all of this in so I stop looking like a freak. And what you want to do for your nose is just blend this down. And now what I'm going to be doing is just blending this down to create those fake under eye circles. And then I'm also just going to do a bit of very light blending over the eye contouring that I did. Next thing I'm going to be doing before I put my eyebrows on and stop looking like a freak of nature is I'm going to be using a little bit of e.l.f. cream eyeliner. And so what I'm going to be doing is just adding a tiny bit of eyeliner right at the base of my eyelashes, and then I'm going to be following the shadow, extending my eye. I like doing this in the dark brown because it's a little bit less stark, but it does give your eyes a little bit of definition so that they're not going to just wash out. I already see this humongous difference between this eye and this eye. And as you can see, this is already making my eyes look much more narrow and a little bit longer. And I do like to blend this just a little bit with my ring finger because this is the gentlest finger. And so I finally reached putting on my eyebrows. So with this, I'm gonna say it just takes a lot of practice to get the shape exactly right. I am using Maybelline Eyestudio cream eyeliner in black. And I'm just using this angled brush by Eco Tools. I realized I didn't mention that earlier. So now you know. And so what I like to do is just start right here where the curve ends at that line that I created much earlier. And then it's just going to be going directly over top of that. And so these first lines are just to get the placement down, and then you can add a lot more depth so it doesn't just look like you literally just drew your eyebrows on with an ink pen. The only thing left that I have to do at this point is actually a tip that Erin suggested to me, because he is much better at makeup than I am and has taught me so much since I have been with him. Best fiance ever. I'm going to be using Smashbox Full Exposure Mascara, and I'm just going to be applying just a little bit of this to my top lashes. And there you have it. This is how I do my Levi makeup. I just like for it to look a little bit more realistic. It's just my personal preference. I hope that this helped you guys a little bit. If you have any questions or any requests, then please leave those in the comment box. And if you enjoyed this video, please go and check out our other videos. And don't forget to hit subscribe. Love you guys. Until next time.